I need to point out as a reminder that when we create pages in our online courses for students, we need to be mindful of students with disabilities. You know, most of us don't usually have students with hearing or seeing disabilities, but you know, it could happen. So we need to be aware of how to create pages that these students can access because we can't deny them access to our courses. So the first thing I want to point you to is these techniques. In the faculty resources area of the template, we have accessibility techniques. And I have all of the techniques that you should be aware of in order to make these pages accessible. I would like to point out two of them: the heading structure and the links. Of course, you need to read through the rest of these, but I'm going to demonstrate these two. If we go back to modules and we go back down to module 4, we'll create a page for that module, and we're going to add just a page, and we'll call it um, a test page. And there's our test page that we just created. And if I click on this, I can edit that page. Oops, sorry. And at the top of the page, we have an edit button. And this page is blank, so I need to add a title. This could be any title, but this is usually the first thing that you put on the page to catch the student's attention. So we have to use headers when we're doing titles, like titles of a page or titles of a paragraph. So if I highlight this text and I go over here to paragraph and I open this up, it'll show me that I have a header 2, 3, 4, and so on. A header 2 is usually reserved for the first thing on the page. Header 3 is like a subheader to header 2. So since this is the first thing on the page, I'm going to add header 2. And then of course I can add whatever I want under there. All right, so now let's say that we want to create a link. And if I want to create a link, say, to the Palo Alto library, I already have that copied in memory here. So if I do a paste, you can see that that's quite a long link, and that a screen reader reading this link might or might not make sense to somebody who's listening to it. A better way to do this link would be to type Palo Alto, highlight that text, go up to the text tool or the link tool, and now my link makes sense, Palo Alto Library. Or you could even say click here for Palo Alto Library. So somebody listening to that link would understand. So those are the two accessibility tips that I want to tell you just to get you started. I really want you to go back and read every one of those accessibility techniques because it's important that we do this. It's a legal obligation that we have. So, all right, I'm just going to leave you with that. Thanks.